Welcome everybody to this Hatha Yoga class. We're going to continue a little bit from last week where we were looking at positions that I have actually released. Some of the positions today I haven't released yet in the 1 minute form in the shorts, but maybe they'll just encourage you to, I would like to practice that again and find it when it comes. So today's class, or Hatha Yoga class, is for flexibility and mobility. A gentle, full body routine, basically. So we start by landing on the mat. So we can just take a cushion, just place it under the tailbone. Not under the buttocks, but just under the tailbone so that it helps you to sit into your pelvis with the back straight, and maybe just lengthen the spine just that little bit more, resting your hands on the knees. And I'll invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold for a second. And then exhale gently through your lips. Do this again. In through the nose, hold. Exhale through the lips. And one more time, inhaling through the nose. Hold. Exhale through the lips. And now releasing all control from the breath. Simply watching your body. The movement of the body as you breathe. If you find yourself controlling the breath again, simply release it and watch. Be conscious of the earth beneath you holding and supporting your body, the contact with the mat, the sounds that surround you without judgment, right or wrong. And coming up to your mind, looking beyond your thoughts and finding the stillness in the center of this space. Here we can simply watch and observe everything. The body, the breath, the sounds, the space that surrounds you. And the earth beneath you holding and supporting you. Then, when you are ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. Welcome. Good, so we're going to come to the back of the mat on the knees to start today. So we can take the cushion with us if you wish, placing it between the legs or under the ankles or both. Basically have as many things around you as to support you as you need. We're going to start in child, and just as we did a couple of weeks ago, we're going to take the easy child position. So we're going to move the knees to the sides of the mat. We have the toes together at the back of the mat, and we simply walk the hands forward, Stretching the arms out in front of you, spread the fingers out just a little bit so the elbows are straight, and then release the forehead and the nose to the mat. And here we just take a few deep, conscious breaths. Each time we breathe in, feeling how the body lifts away from the position on the floor. And as we exhale, how the body returns into the position and possibly even deeper. If possible, having the feet and the buttocks together. If they are not, do not worry about this. This will come with time and patience. Good. We bring the hands back to the knees. We're going to use the arms to come up. So we inhale, coming all the way up. And we exhale the knees together in the center of the mat. Good. So please sit side. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to come into bound angle pose. This position I haven't shown yet, but it's very similar to the butterfly position. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together in the center and allow the knees to come out into the natural position. So at the moment I'm not pushing my knees down to the floor, they're just nice and relaxed. And if you wish to here, you can place again the cushion under the base of the spine or the tailbone. In bound angle pose, we're actually using the elbows to help the knees to come out to the sides. So in the beginning, maybe you're up like this, and after a while, the knees will be down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place the fingers under your ankles. So I want you to sort of point the fingers towards you and bring them under the ankles. Bringing the elbows to the thighs. And then with the body. Extreme pain, that's not the idea. It's just to feel that little bit of extra stretch. Maybe you're up here and you lean forward slightly. You can just feel how this gently presses the knees. We can drop the chin down to the chest here, so actually we stretch the upper back and also the back of the neck at the same time. And we lean slightly forward. You can also think about rotating the pelvis just that little bit forward. With the using to just knees towards the floor. You may do so. Breath all the time, and as we breathe, the body's natural relaxation response is effective in the background. So if you take a deep breath again now and exhale, just come that little bit further forward, even if it's 1 or 2 millimeters. Remember, as I said, these positions we want to look at as improving maybe 1 millimeter a week. And during this program today, you're going to get approximately 2 centimeters more flexibility in your body after one lesson. So imagine what that would be a week after week after week. So if you're feeling stiff, this is something to hold on to, this 1 millimeter, not forcing your body to do several or even several centimeters, 1 millimeter a week. And then we gently release the position. So of course, if we do this enough, then you can start to feel the feet, and eventually you'll be able to get the head down onto your toes. But this takes a little bit of practice, and 1 millimeter a week. Okay. So we're going to come to half lotus spinal twist. So we're going to bring the left foot under the right thigh, just tight into the buttock here. We're going to bring the right foot up into the half lotus. Now, if this is not possible for you, or it just feels uncomfortable to do right now, then again, make sure you're comfortable by bringing the right leg in front of the left. This is fine. Okay. Right. So we're going to place the left hand on the mat behind us. And we're going to do the opposite to what we have been doing on the shorts. So we're going to bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and we're going to inhale as we look forward, and exhale, we're going to press the right hand into the knee, coming into a full rotation and looking behind you. So not just looking straight behind over the shoulder, but actually looking behind your back. So for me, I'm actually trying to look, if you like, to the plant which is here, which I can just see. So if you practice this position enough, you become a little bit like an owl. You can look in all directions. And we breathe here deeply to the stomach. So we're feeling how the breath actually massages the inside of the body. And then we take another deep breath. Inhale without moving. And exhale as we gently press the hand again into the knee. So we just increase the rotation. Again, looking behind the back. So even using the muscles in your eyes. And then we gently release the position. We're going to change sides. So now, if you're doing the half lotus, you bring the right foot under the thigh and the left foot up on top of it. And again, if it's not comfortable at the moment, have the left leg in front of the right. You place the right hand on the mat or on the floor. Make sure the arm's straight here, so we're almost sort of lengthening the spine to the crown of the head, and placing the left hand on the outside of the knee. Inhale, we look straight forward, and then exhale, now pressing the left hand into the knee and looking behind you. Again, looking behind the back. Now, if this is not possible to bring the hand to the outside of the knee, let's say your legs are crossed, then of course you can just hold the knee and just gently use the left arm to just gently pull yourself around. So whether you're in this position, or if you're in the full half lotus, you have the same rotation in the spine. Looking again behind the back. Deep breath to the stomach. The deeper the breath, the more you massage the inside of the body, specifically the muscles surrounding the spine. And then once again, we take a deep breath again, without moving, and exhale as we press now the left hand into the knee and look as far behind you as possible. And gently release the position, coming back to the center. Good, so here, just take a few seconds just to feel the muscles surrounding the spine and feel how, okay, something changed. Good. Now, we're going to come to a position that often makes a lot of people laugh. Unfortunately, if you're at home and maybe nobody can see you. But if we're in the class situation like this, it's basically everyone for themselves. Okay. So we're gently going to come to the knees. Again, you can have cushions under the between the legs or under the ankles, if you wish, in the beginning, and we're going to separate the knees. So basically we're bringing the knees 45 degrees, or just out to the sides, and then we're going to place the hands just inside the knees. So make a fist with the hands and place the hands down, a little bit like a bulldog, if you like. Now, we drop the head, we inhale through the nose, lift the head, stick out your tongue, and pant. Sit back onto your feet, place the hands on your knees, relax, and possibly noticing the small smile on your lips. And gently open the eyes. Good, so you can maybe understand why I said often this has a tendency to make people laugh in the beginning. Okay, so what we're actually doing in this position is working with the diaphragm, which for those of you who've been watching my breath work shorts, you'll notice that it's really important to have a strong diaphragm so the breath is smooth and strong. So when we're actually panting, what we're doing is pushing the diaphragm in and out so that the air gets sucked in and out of the lungs. And sticking the tongue out is not a joke. Okay, what's actually happening here is we're sticking the tongue out, we're actually opening the throat, which allows the air to pass through the throat without obstruction. So if I did it with the tongue into the mouth, it's not going to work. So tongue out, look as stupid as possible, and again we pant. So hands inside the knees, we lead onto the arms, relax the stomach down towards the floor, the back is relaxed. Drop the head, inhale through the nose, lift the head, stick out your tongue, and we pant. We sit onto the feet, hands onto the knees, and we relax. Very nice. Good. Bring the knees together. Good. You can face the short end of the mat now. And we're going to come into cat-cow. So we have the hands under the shoulders. This we have had on the shorts. So if you want to practice that, you can go back and watch those again. And hands, knees, feet in a straight line, curl up the toes. Drop the head down between the arms. So we relax the neck once more. And we inhale through the nose, bring the back and the stomach down towards the mat, lift the head. And once we're at the top, we extend the shoulders, looking up. We then exhale through the mouth and push the back up to the top of the room. Maximum extension of the shoulders. Inhale, we come down with the back and the stomach, lift the head, extend the shoulders. Exhale. If you like here, we can pull in the stomach. Inhale, keeping the stomach in, we bring the back down, lift the head, extend the shoulders, and we exhale. Pushing up maximum. One more time, inhale, keeping the stomach in, back down, lift the head, extend the shoulders, exhale. Good. And then we relax the back, relax the stomach muscles, relax the breath, and straighten your feet. Now, bring the knees together in the center of the mat. We're then going to reach out with the right hand over the mat, so just extending your shoulder just that little bit, and then place the hand on the mat, bringing the left hand into the same position. Now bring your knees to the sides of the mat. So we're just going to take the easy version of this position at the moment. So we inhale, exhale, press back, right arm straight, rotate the back and bring the left shoulder to the mat. And look out under the right arm. Take a few breaths in this position. And then we extend from the top of the fingers on the right side here and all the way down to the left hip. So we have a cross stretch. Don't forget to breathe. And then we inhale, gently coming up out of the position. left hand parallel to the right. Exhale, we press back again, keeping the left arm straight. Rotate the back to bring the right shoulder to the mat. Look out under the left arm. And again, we breathe. Somewhere between 5 and 10 breaths. And then we inhale, coming up out of the position, bring the right hand out parallel to the left. Good. Then we bring the hands back under the shoulders. Bring the knees together in the center of the mat and make sure that you have good support with the arms. Make sure the arms stay straight. Shoulders strong so we don't sort of sink down like this, and we're not overextending either. We just support on the arms. Good, so we're going to drop the head down, we're going to come into second tiger. Balance, core strength, back strength. So we inhale the head up, we take the right leg out straight, parallel to the floor. So you can look back here, make sure the leg is parallel to the floor, then look forward, and we bring the left arm forward. And we're basically extending from the top of the fingers on the left hand all the way down to the toes on the right. Lift the head, look forward. And of course, don't forget to breathe. Good, that's very good. Lift the leg just that little bit more. Good, yes. Good, so again, strong in the stomach muscles, so we support the back here. And then we inhale, bringing the left hand to the mat, right knee to the mat, and then exhale the head down between the arms. And again, we relax the neck and the upper back. We change sides, inhale, head up. We take the left leg back, so again we can look back, make sure the leg is parallel to the floor, then look forward, and then we bring the right arm forward, full extension, top of the fingers on the right side now all the way down to the left. And the balance basically is between the left hand and the right knee. So in the beginning we can feel like we're falling over, but actually we can move the body quite a lot in this position just to find this point of balance. And again, don't forget to breathe. Inhale, we bring the right hand to the mat, left knee to the mat, and exhale the head down between the arms. Good, we're going to gently come back with the buttocks to the feet, and we come up, sliding the hands along the mat, up over the knees, and into hero position, a position of so that we can relax. Again, feel here that we can lengthen the spine to the crown of the head, so the body is engaged into the position, but we're allowing the weight of the body to sit down into the body. Good. So we're going to come forward with the hands again under the shoulders. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a slight rotation in this position. So what we can do here is just move the knees slightly apart, legs slightly apart, and just gently move the spine around just that little bit, maybe moving the pelvis just that little bit. There's no specific way of doing this, it's just to allow the flexibility to come into the lower back and the spine. Good, bring the knees back together again. Now, we bring the weight onto the left arm, we lift up, and we're bringing now the shoulder, not the hand, the shoulder towards the top of the room. So we feel this rotation into this position, and just take a few breaths. Good, we release the position, bring the hand down to the mat, and of course we change sides, so we rotate again, lifting now the left shoulder towards the top of the room. Take a few breaths, and then we return the left hand to the mat. Good. Now we're going to come into lizard position. So we're going to lift the right foot forward between the hands. Making sure that the front of the big toe and the front of the fingers are in a straight line. And then we're going to push forward into the left hip. Keep the arms straight here, lean onto the hands, lift the head, and the stretch, of course, is in the front of the left thigh, left hip. We're also stretching out the thigh muscle, of course. And if you want to come a little deeper into the position, of course, we can bring the elbows down, keeping the knee into the side of the chest. Again, we have a stretch on the left side, bringing the knee in, or staying with the arms straight. We then release, coming back to the knees. Again, we sit onto the feet, hands slide along the mat and up over the knees. Lengthen the spine again to the crown of the head. Close the eyes if you wish to, and just be conscious of the right side of your body. You would think the change would be on the left side, but actually it's softer on the right. And then we gently open the eyes. Bringing the hands forward, of course. So now we're going to soften the left side of the body. Hands onto the shoulders, we lift the left foot forward. And by the way, sometimes in the beginning we only get the foot to here. We can actually use the left hand to pull the foot forward. Eventually we'll be able to use the stomach muscles and just bring the foot into the position. Again, look forward, press forward. Alright, so we just press forward into the hip. And again, if you want to come a little deeper, coming down onto the elbows. Or, as I said, staying on the hands. Keeping this stretch in front of the right hip. A little extra tip here, those who have been practicing maybe a little longer, what you can check here is that the knee does not go past the front of the big toe, so we're not trying to do this. Right? So the stretch, if we keep the knee parallel with the front of the big toe, comes into the right side. And then we release, coming to the back of the mat. Back into hero position. And now noticing that the left side of the body is a little softer and more in balance now with the right. Good, we're going to lie on the back. And we're going to come into a position which appears very simple, but it actually works really beautifully through the whole body. So if you want a little extra challenge when we come down to the mat in the Hatha Yoga, we can use the stomach muscles. So we just come down, controlling maybe one vertebrae onto the mat at a time until the head comes down. Arms along the side of the body, feet together here. And we inhale, lifting the arms and bringing the back of the hands to the floor behind the head. And here we want to stretch from the top of the toes all the way up through the whole body to the top of the fingers. And then we exhale, bringing the arms back and relax. Inhale, again, toes down, knees strong and straight. Keep the lower back on the mat. And then exhale as we bring the arms back. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the arms. Maybe just the back of the hands come on the floor in the beginning, and then eventually the lower arms as well. Exhale, bring the arms back. That's very good. 1 more time. Inhale, arms come up. Good, very good. Stretch through the whole body, enjoying the stretch. And exhale, bringing the arms back. Actually, that felt so amazing. We're going to do 1 more time. Inhale, lower back on the mat, so engage your core here. Stretch out. Exhale, arms come back. And we relax. So you can allow the feet here to fall out to the sides. If you have any discomfort or stiffness in the lower back, you can just rock the hips here, maybe right to left, right to left. Making sure that the feet and the ankles and the hips are relaxed. Good. Then we're going to come up from the mat. And we're going to sit straight. And we're going to come into a position which is called fish position. Although I must admit I've never seen a fish sitting like this, ever. But for some reason it's called fish position. So we're going to sit on the hands. So we're going to have the buttocks on the back of your hands. So if I can show here, there. Both sides. Now I'm going to release the elbows to the mat. So again, we can use the stomach muscles to come down, but once the elbows come down, then we can start to use the upper arms, basically from the elbows to the shoulders. Point the toes out, move the body back, drop the head back, and bring the top of the head to the mat. And here we have a slow, long, deep, whole body breathing. So breathing basically from your nose to your toes and then out again. Good, we start to lift, bring the weight again to the elbows, bring the head up. Use the stomach muscles to sit up, and then release your hands from under the buttocks. Nice work. Good. Very good. We're going to lie on the mat again. So you can come down to the mat using your elbow if you have discomfort in the lower back, or again we can use the stomach muscles, coming consciously to the mat. Good. All right, so we're going to bring both feet into the buttocks, coming into half bridge, sometimes called the wheel. So we're going to bring now the knees into the chest. We're going to reach forward with the hands and bring the fingers in front of your ankles. Then point the toes and bring the toes to the mat on the outside of your buttocks. Then place the heels onto the mat. Now it's going to feel like the feet are a little bit too close. But that's fine, because this means that we can now move the thumb behind the ankle. This gives us a strong grip on the ankle and stops the feet from sliding away. Now, we're going to push the hips up towards the top of the room. For those of you that have been doing the camel last week, you'll notice it's a very similar position, it's just relying on the mat. So push the hips forward or up towards the top of the room. Now once you get to your maximum position there, I want you to walk the shoulders together. So what we're trying to do here is to bring the shoulder blades together in the center of the upper back. Then we press the heels into the mat, lift the head, lengthen the neck, and then press the heels into the floor. This lifts the hips even further towards the top of the room. Now we have this beautiful stretch in the thigh muscles, the knees, the ankles, the arms, shoulders, upper back, lower back, even the stomach, the chest. Lengthen the neck. And of course we take some deep conscious breathing here to the stomach. Keep the core engaged here so we don't lose control over the spine. And then, just for the last few breaths, we push up just that little bit more. Then we take a deep breath, inhale, and holding the breath, we put the lower back onto the mat. Then release the shoulders And then we exhale both feet to the corners of the mat. And completely relax. We can have the arms out from the side of the body. What's important here is that the shoulder blades are on the mat. Now, if you're new to the yoga, then you can just experiment. Bring the arms into the side of the body. Feel how the shoulder blades sort of lift away from the floor. And then place the arms back. Palms of the hands up towards the top of the room for most people, but there are some people who prefer to have the palms down. What's important, like I said, is that the shoulder blades are on the mat. Good. So again, we're going to come up into a sitting position, and of course you can use the stomach muscles. Either that, or use your elbows, or just roll over to the side and come up. And we're going to come to a standing position. So we're going to get to a standing position in a specific way today. So I want you to come onto the knees and facing the short end of the mat. So I'm going to quick just... Now there's several ways of getting up from the mat to the standing position. But basically one of the positions that we can, or one of the techniques, if you like, we can use to be as kind to the body as possible is to, and as beautifully as possible of course, is to come forward with the hands. We bring the foot forward. And then we come up. Curl the toe up. And we stand, coming into the position. Alright? Now, this, often when I ask people to stand up, they have a tendency to then lean forward, curl up the toes, and then bring the knees into the chest, and they sort of come up into a position like this. You might have noticed that's not particularly beautiful. Okay, so try doing this with control. Okay, so we come forward, hands forward, foot forward, hands on the knee, curl up the toe at the back. Exhale, we stand. All right? Good. All right, so I'm going to face you. What you could do here is to have the long side of the mat in front of you so you can see that. Good. So, feet together in the beginning. This is just so you can feel the balance between each of the feet. All right? Then, we're going to jump the feet apart. Now, if you have discomfort in the lower back, please step the feet apart, all right? Those of you who don't have discomfort in the back, you will in a minute. No, I'm just joking. All right, we just jump the feet apart, land on the toes, bend the knees as you land on the toes. Then as you straighten the knees, that will bring the heels to the floor. All right, once again. So I'm going to show you once more. I land on the toes, straighten the knees, heels come to the floor. If you're living in an apartment, this is very considerate for the neighbours underneath you, because if you do this and this, they're not going to like you very much. Okay? So we try that once more. Stepping the feet apart if you have difficulty with the lower back, or jumping the feet apart. Place the heels. So we're going to lift the arms. We're going to turn both feet to the right. So now we have the right foot parallel to the floor. All right, so we're going to inhale and exhale the body out over the right leg. Now at the moment, it does not matter if your hand just comes down to your knee or to the middle of the leg. Basically, once we're in the position, the hands are going to be at the ankle, and there's a lot of you that can get the hand to the floor, but right now I want you to work with your balance. So we're going to have the hand on the ankle. Good. Now, make sure that your right hand is under your right shoulder. That means not like this. Okay? This is a very big difference. My shoulder is not over my hand. So I rotate, bringing the shoulder over the hand. Then I rotate the back, much like we did in the easy half moon. So we rotate the shoulders, but this time we're going to lift the hand up to the top of the room. So basically there's no weight on my right hand, I'm just hanging into the side of the body, and we breathe. Good. Inhale, we come up to the center. We turn the feet to the left. Left foot parallel with the mat. Exhale your body out over the leg. Look down, make sure that the left hand is under your shoulder. So again, I am not over my hand, right? Shoulders over the mat. Rotate, bring the shoulder over the hand, hold that position, rotate the back, then reach up. And we breathe. So you can see we're working with the balance in this position. We then inhale, gently coming up to the center. We straighten the feet and we exhale the feet together. Landing gently on the toes and placing the heels. Very good. All right. Mountain position. Feet together in the center. So in the beginning, if you have difficulty with balance, you can have the feet just a little bit further apart. But this position is a lot about balance, so we bring the feet exactly together in the center. Now I want you to tighten your calf muscles, knees strong, thighs strong. Open the hips, so pelvis opens, stomach in, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, press the arms down, and we take 10 conscious breaths. 6, 7, keep the stomach in, 8, and we relax. Good. All right. So if you are doing this program again, you can pause the film, maybe, or the video, and maybe do this 2 or 3 times. It's a very, very strong position just to readjust and align your posture. So we just did a twist and a bend, and then we come up to the center and straighten everything up. If you do this enough, you'll find that when you walk down the street, you'll find that the heels don't bang on the pavement, right? You'll find you'll be walking on the front of your feet instead, and this is much more healthy for the body. And that's about core strength, back strength, and just the awareness of the body. Good. Enough preaching for today. Full standing stretch. Now, here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up onto the toes. We're going to keep the heels together and then lift the arms up over the head. This is something you can practice in the shower, okay? So you press up, keep the heels away from the floor. Then we inhale and gently return the heels to the floor, and then exhale the arms down. One more time. Inhale, up onto the toes, lift, stretch all the way up to the top of the fingers, keep the heels together. Inhale, heels come down to the mat. Exhale, arms to the sides. Superb. You've deserved a well-deserved rest. Please come into Savasana. Lying on the back, heels at the corner of the mat, and making yourself as comfortable as possible. So maybe having a cushion under the head, maybe bolster under the knees or cushions, whatever is handy that you have lying around. And I don't mean, like I said last week, if there's a kid in the vicinity, try to use cushions. It's much more healthy, at least for the kid anyway. Yeah, I sometimes have a weird sense of humor. My ex-wife said once to me, "You don't have a sense of humor, you have a sense of stupid." Well, maybe I do, but that makes me real, right? So relax, enjoy life by simply relaxing. Be conscious of the contact again between the body and the floor. and how the floor is supporting your body. With each point of contact from the back of your heels and to the back of your head. Be conscious again of the breath and this gentle rise and fall of the body with the breath. We're going to finish today with a guided meditation. So let's just simply listen to my voice. You don't have to take any responsibility for the end of the program. It will become very obvious. So just closing the eyes if you haven't done so already. And simply watching the stillness of your body. And maybe even the slightest change that has happened inside your body. Those extra 2 centimeters of mobility and flexibility in your body. Even if the body is still, be conscious that the body is full of life. We call this energy prana, or life force energy. Just observing this from the stillness of your mind. Making yourself completely comfortable. And completely relaxed. Giving all responsibility to the earth beneath you. Allowing it to hold and support you. Become fully aware of the surface beneath you. Feel how the ground effortlessly supports you, holding you in stillness and presence. A deep, quiet connection to everything that surrounds you. Let your breath flow naturally. Without control, simply watching as your body moves with each inhale and each exhale. Observing the full journey of each breath, rising and falling like waves in constant movement and change. Now, bring your focus again to the space of your mind, beyond all thoughts, beyond distractions. There is a quiet center, a still point of pure awareness. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be. Simply enjoy the vastness of your own presence. With each breath, feel yourself expanding into this space. Thoughts dissolve and evaporate like mist in the morning sun. Tension releases and the weight of the world slowly lifts. Now in your mind's eye, see before you a majestic eagle perched high upon a rugged cliff. Its golden eyes reflect the endless sky, its wings stretched wide, sensing the wind's embrace. The eagle pauses. Something stirs within you, a deep recognition, a longing, and then, without hesitation, you become the eagle. Your body transforms, light as air, weightless yet powerful. Your wings extend, catching the invisible currents of the wind. With one strong beat of your wings, you rise effortlessly into the sky, leaving the earth behind you. The cool air rushes past, crisp and pure. You tilt your wings, sensing the wind like a trusted guide. Every feather adjusts instinctively. There is no effort, only movement, trust, and the boundless expanse of sky unfolding before you. Higher and higher you soar, and the world below becomes a vast tapestry of mountains, forests, rivers, and fields. Everything that once felt heavy, worries, doubts, fears, shrink into the distance. From up here, they no longer hold weight. From this expanded perspective, you see how everything is connected, how each river finds its way to the ocean, how the wind moves the trees, how even the smallest change ripples through the landscape and creates small changes by itself. And yet, once the ripples have passed, everything returns to stillness. Your eagle eyes, sharp and clear, see beyond your horizon, a clarity you have never known before. Life from this view seems safe, vast, and perfectly unfolding. There is no urgency, no struggle, only the rhythm of the wind beneath your wings. Above you, you become aware of a golden light, the sun calling you higher. Without hesitation, you rise effortlessly on the rising air currents. The warmth reaches deep within you, filling every cell of your body, as if you are growing a second set of wings. Wings that do not just carry you, they envelop you and protect you and the strength within you. Here in this golden embrace, all fear and doubt dissolve. The question of belonging, of being enough, gone. In its place, a deep and undeniable trust. Trust in your wings. Trust in the unseen forces that have always carried you. Trust in the vastness of existence itself. And in this moment, you remember, this is who you are. Limitless, wild, and free. As naturally as you soared into the sky, you now feel a gentle call to return. Not because you must, but because you choose to. Following an invisible golden thread, gliding downward with effortless ease towards your physical body. The earth rises up to meet you. The details of the land growing clearer. Your form begins to shift, feathers softening, limbs returning, breath moving again through your human body. The earth embraces you, holding you again as if saying, welcome home. You land gently, yet something within you has changed. The eagle is still with you. Its eyes are your eyes. Its strength is your strength. Its freedom is now yours eternally. Feel your body again, the solid ground beneath you, the quiet rhythm of your breath. The sky is always there, waiting. And once again, with your eyes open or closed, you can soar. As you move back into your day, take a moment to reflect. You can carry this perspective into your life. What challenges seem smaller now, seen from above. What will you choose to release, knowing that like the wind, everything moves and shifts in time? Remember, the eagle does not question the sky, it simply flies. The eagle does not fear the wind, it rides its currents. The eagle does not cling to the branch, it lets go when the time is right. Just like the eagle, you too are meant to soar. Whenever you feel lost in the details of life, remember the sky of endless possibilities above you. The perspective is always there, waiting for you to rise and see. Take this wisdom with you today. Walk lighter, breathe deeper, trust your wings. When you are ready, gently open your eyes with a soft focus in your eyes, returning to the space that you are in. If you wish, begin gently to move your fingers and toes. Slowly stretch, as if unfurling wings that will never truly leave you. Namaste. Have a beautiful evening or day and enjoy life. That's what it's all about. I'll see you next week or every day if you join me for the morning yoga.